Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's finally here, the season finale of Loki for all time, always. And it blew my mind. I'm sure it blew your mind. Let's talk about it right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the Loki episode number 6, season 1 finale discussion. My God, the episode was just amazing. It was like, I'm still kind of trying to figure my brain out. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Normally, my co-host RJ is here to help talk about the situation. However, he's still watching it, apparently. He's got a few minutes left to go. He's going to jump in as soon as he's done. But in the meantime, holy crap, let's take a look here at what you guys have to say about this one. Min Min says, that was phenomenal. Yvonne here says, I am flabbergasted. Microjack says, holy shit. Sylvie Dunn fucked up. By the way, spoilers. If that's in the fucking title of the goddamn video. Spoilers. Okay, deal with that shit. All right, Hank here says, great season finale. Bring on season 2. Yvonne says, worst part now is I won't get enough sleep. Geeks here, no, he didn't forget me. He was over on Enosh's stream and, got caught in that particular situation. So, and it was his idea to go live tonight after the episode. I could be asleep right now, but no. All right, so, yeah, that was a Planet of the Apes ending. Can't wait for season 2. That really was a Rise of the Planet of the Apes ending there. Yeah, it really did feel like, the pilot was walking into an airport while having the fever. It's definitely crazy to watch. Andrew here says, man, the multiverse is born. I know, it's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy what they did with this, because look, this is going into Doctor Strange 2. I mean, that comes out next March, I think. We've got a direct pathway to that now. Whatever happens next for the rest of the year, I don't know. I'm not too sure how it's going to play out. But what I liked about this episode quite a bit was that it was very isolated. You know what I mean? It was mostly in the throne room. And I think that worked for it, because I know people out there are going to complain, but I viewed last week's episode as kind of like the penultimate, like the way Game of Thrones handles the penultimate episode, which is like all the action is in the episode before the end, and the episode at the end, kind of wraps up storylines and then presents new things for the next season. And this laid out another season. I'm actually pretty surprised about that, because I thought this was just going to be I thought they were going to bookend this and potentially leave it open for another season. I don't even know yet, but I'll tell you guys what we're going to do, because I don't want to sit here and just do it all by myself, because that's no fun. So I'm going to drop the link and we will get you guys to come on in, give your thoughts, come on in here and let's talk about this, because man, what's going to happen next for Sylvie? I don't know. That whole thing was crazy. Mobius, what happened with the TVA? Why did his memory get wiped? What exactly is going on? Where did Renslayer go? What is Loki going to do now? Everything is kind of crazy. So it is going to get definitely wild here. All right, first up, because I forgot him in the last stream, I want to get to Shidoko, man. How's it going?
Hey there, Matt. And wow, I'm just like you, I'm lost for words after that.
Yeah, no. So because I think we're going to probably end up getting a few people calling on in and whatnot. So what is your key takeaway from the episode?
My key takeaway, it was subversive, but to me in a very good way, because I'm assuming, spoilers everywhere. I'm just going to say it out loud. The character we saw right there, that was absolutely, they didn't name drop him as Kang, but that was Kang,
that wasn't him. Kang. That wasn't. I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think that really? Wasn't Kang. That was look. No. I mean, it was meant to be Kang. It was meant to be a variant of Kang, but that wasn't Kang. He admitted he was a villain. Yeah. He admitted he was a villain, but he wasn't in it. He wasn't in it specifically to cause harm and to be a conqueror. He was trying to ultimately, the ends justify the means sort of thing in order to protect the timeline from going into a multiversal war. And that's what he was doing. So he was acting that way as a way to protect people. So he's a villain, but it's he's got a good reason to do it, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And another reason why I do like it, and no, I pretty much agree with what you have to say there. Like it's a variant of King, but not the King the Conqueror villain from the comics. I think everybody
He might be
expects.
a Kang, but Kang was
not
also
the
Nathaniel
Kang.
Richards, right? So like his name was Nathaniel Richards. That's the whole thing. So it's like Kang the Conqueror, and he always also took on other names too, like Iron Lad, Kid Immortus, the Scarlet Centurion, Ramatut, and Immortus. I have the Marvel fandom wiki up right now,
That's
just
a good
to.
thing because I am not an expert in the comics.
I
at
am
all.
not. I am not an expert to like any of that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely like no, I'm not at all. Tony Tornado says Kane the Conqueror is officially in the MCU. I don't believe so, man. I don't think so. I
You
don't
think so? Not even in the
Not
end?
yet. Not yet. Because
what-
Kang the Conqueror, he's coming. He's coming.
But
all
what
right.
about the end? There's a big statue and everything.
What did he say? Yeah, well, because clearly the whole TVA thing has now changed. There's clearly a new boss in charge. Because what did Kang say at the end there, or what did Nathaniel Richards, the last one who remains, right? The one who remains. What did he say at the end there? He said, "See you soon," and he also said, "It all just ends up coming back to me," right? So effectively at this point, he already knows that if he dies and he loses control of the multiverse, that it's still going to come back to him, but it's going to be a different variant of him. And that is the one that is going to be in control. And that's why he was offering up the power to Loki and Sylvie in order to keep that from happening.
And
So
now-
the next Kang will definitely be the Kang. And here's the thing with that though is that's Ant-Man Quantumania, right? That's Ant-Man Quantumania. Whenever the hell that comes out, 2023? Is that when they said that one comes out?
Really? Oh man.
Wait, Saggy says here, I watched Loki for the first time and it was the last episode. Oh, you've got a lot to catch up on.
Oh my god. Well, I guess speaking on that like whole note right there, I will admit, because I have said before, the first two episodes quite literally made me fall asleep. But by the third episode, and now going on here, as you can tell, I changed my mind on the show. You know, this is contender for top number one for me. Like it's between that and Falcon and Winter Soldier for me now.
I mean, I love Falcon of the Winter Soldier. This absolutely blew it out of the water, in my opinion. And I think that has a lot to do with the directing. I didn't think that Kari, whatever her name was from Falcon, like some of the stuff was really good. Some of the action was not very good.
I have to agree.
You know, Kate Herron, I think did a much better job here specifically. So I really enjoyed what she did here. Cause I liked how the whole thing really kind of came together in the end and opened it up for the future. Now, real quick here, I just want to quickly point out, and then I'm going to move on, buddy. So this Jonathan Majors did post this image, of him the other day at a comic book store in Los Angeles, holding up an Avengers comic with Kang on it. And, and we already knew he was cast in Quantumania. So, clearly people thought this was a conversation about that. But really what it was kind of laying down a little bit of that fun stuff, a little bit of that fun information, right? Because he knew this was coming and he's just going to have a good time with it. And that's pretty awesome. So I'm really happy to see how that whole thing played out.
Now, I know you have more people to go on to right now, but I just want to lay off this question, at least for everyone here. Now, given the fact that we know that King or the character was cast for Quantumania, but made, technically, his first MCU appearance here, do you think we will, I doubt Spider-Man, but in Doctor Strange, do you think he'll be a part of that now?
I think that there will be references in Doctor Strange. I think they're going to start. Look, Kang the Conqueror cannot be an Ant-Man fucking villain. Okay, like the concept. He's an Ant-Man 3. Look, I'm saying he just cannot be strictly an Ant-Man villain.
Okay.
All right. It's kind of like it's like if this is as big of a bad character, as big of a bad overall, the next big bad, so to speak, that we're going to be dealing with. Obviously they're not just going to want to have him pop up for Quantumania. That's going to be his proper introduction. Now, I think it was High Def here who said, I thought Feige said we didn't need to watch the shows to understand the whole stories. Now we just got our new Thanos. Look, that was a load of shit. All right,
Yeah,
let's be fair.
yeah.
When Feige's like, no, you don't need to watch the show. What he's really saying is you don't need to watch it because one of your friends will absolutely fucking explain it to you. But at the same time, the shows are so popular, he already knows you're going to watch it. He already knows you're going to watch it. These shows have been blowing up in popularity, dude. Like, I'm not even like the only person going live right now. I think Everything Always is live with almost about 3,000 people watching. There are 57 people watching this stream, which is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. And it's like, there's clearly a love for this across the board. So there's all that. All right. Final thing you want to say here?
Yeah, I guess one last thing for everybody. For one, if Kang is the next big bad, I am perfectly fine with that. Two, for everybody who's saying like when Marvel's all like it's gonna go downhill, nah, you're wrong. If you're not seeing these shows, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Just watch these shows. I'm having a great time. I know you're having a great time. Yeah, I'm up for anything now. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think. All right, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll talk again soon, buddy. Thank you. All right, I think Michael Jack here makes an interesting point. Ant-Man might just be another variant of Kang and save the most dangerous iteration of him for later. Well, they're calling it Quantum Mania, which means they're going to be diving into the quantum realm again, further exploring that and its connections to the multiverse, and how this whole thing plays out is going to be very, very fascinating. So let's see. Oh, hold on here. Tony says, yeah, it's true. Yes, but Kang the Conqueror is coming nonetheless. That is true. Kang is coming nonetheless, but this wasn't specifically Kang. This wasn't even if we know Nathaniel Richardson or Richards, right? We don't know yet. Because isn't he related to Reed Richards? I thought I read that somewhere, and I mean, I don't know. But let's get over to Andrew Casali, who is going to have some thoughts. Hey, what's up, man? So what's your takeaway from the episode?
Well, before I do that, first thing first, you were right. Loki and Sylvie kissed.
I called it. I called it, man. I said they were gonna like, that was gonna be a thing. That was gonna be a thing. Once I saw it,
I was like, wow, Jabber was right.
Yeah, I mean, and like I was a little disappointed at what she did next, to be honest with you. But then again,
she, like pushed them to the
well, it makes sense because it's like I'm like, there's no way they're gonna wrap all this up in 46 minutes. There's literally no way they're gonna do all that. So obviously they're gonna need to set up something for the next season. At this point now, that is where we find ourselves, is whatever's going to be happening. I still have some questions about this season overall. Like when Sylvie detonated all of those time reset devices,
that was never explained.
That was never touched upon again. So we don't know. I mean, I'm wondering if it was really meant to be just a massive set of distractions, because all the TVA agents would have to go spread themselves very thin in order to come back in, in order to like retain the timeline, because by like I think it was like the next episode or something, they'd already basically reset the timeline.
Yeah,
right. So I think that's really what it was, but it really wasn't explained. Okay, fine. Lamentus was still a good episode, but yeah, I think that's generally about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also I said this on another stream, saying that now that the multiverse is born, you can have universes where the previous Marvel movie franchise.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, come on, dude. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I think are at this point gonna be in Spider-Man.
Definitely. That means their versions exist now.
To an extent, yeah.
You can have the Fox X-Men universe, the hell, you can have the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider and Eric Bana Hulk.
So this essentially opens up X-Men.
Yeah.
Wait, hold the fuck on. We were talking about this on the other stream. The Deadpool trailer that dropped today, that reaction that dropped today, where Deadpool
exists now.
That will, if anything, if the multiverse exists and there's million infinite worlds now, as described by He Who Remains, then yeah, that Deadpool Korg crossover that we saw today
is canon.
It's canon to an extent, I guess, and it's like it came out the day that the multiverse was truly born. I didn't think it was a coincidence. I didn't think it was a coincidence either. I thought it was going to be tied into something in regards to the show tonight, but like I didn't think it was going to be like that on the nose about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that is something absolutely wild.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. In fact, there could be a timeline where Edward Norton's still the Hulk. That was a
Only
joke.
look, he'd have to go and kiss the ring. Let's be fair. All right.
That was a joke, by the way.
Like, I know. Let's see here. Hollywood Reporter is saying Loki will appear in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Really? Are they saying that right now?
That's real?
I mean, like I don't know Hollywood Reporter if I can. Let me bring him up on Twitter.
Oh, man, 1306 says it's just a promotion for free, guy.
No. Okay, hold on. You don't. Okay, and so they just Hollywood Reporter just put up an article talking about that here. And all right, Loki renewed for season 2. They waited for right now. The news was revealed during the finale's mid-credits. There was a mid-credit scene.
Well, actually, I saw it. It was just a picture saying Loki Live His Son. They stamped it and said Loki will return season 2. That's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know how I missed that, but all right, fine. I guess I was too excited to come over and do the stream. All right, so this is what the article says. It says here, the comic book powerhouse used a mid-credit scene in Loki's season finale to formally announce that Tom Hiddleston's star would be back for a second season. No additional details. All right, so obviously talking about the because also the Emmys were today, and like Disney got a lot of Emmys.
Yeah, I saw that.
For that. All right, so the Loki finale sets up the stage for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Hiddleston's Loki character is also expected to appear in the next Doctor Strange. Marvel has yet to confirm whether or not that's happening. Well, I mean, like, there's been talks about Loki popping up in Thor: Love and Thunder as well. I mean, I've seen these kind of rumors pop up before as well, but this is the first I'm hearing about Loki popping in to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is the first I'm hearing about it, to be honest with you. I mean, clearly, you know, like he has a kind of a quote unquote relationship with Doctor Strange. Like they know each other, you know, they're not necessarily friends from work, but they're acquaintances to some extent.
I don't think I've ever seen the two meet before. Yeah,
in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, where he's like the sorcerer's push scene.
Yeah, so you know, like I'm just saying, hold on here. As for Edward Norton, Music Man here says Edward would have to kiss the ring, the ass, and the dick.
Oh, very funny. Very funny.
Let's see. You Do Suck says, what an episode. I'm sure Campia will hate it. Yeah, I know. If only he could block me twice on Twitter for giving him shit about not paying attention to the episode. Tony here says, the fact that Kang is coming and Tony Stark and Steve Rogers are gone makes me sad. That is true.
That might be something. You know the new What If series coming? What if all those realities that they said in the trailer are a result of the timeline breaking apart?
That would actually set up for it perfectly because it's the next series. It actually premieres on August 11th, so literally just like 3.5 weeks away.
Yeah, I mean
that's when it premieres. Yeah, and so then you've got Hawkeye due in late 2021, and you know, a bunch of stuff coming. I mean, there's so much Marvel content that is coming down the pipeline for this next.
This is only the beginning.
Yeah, I know. And like we said before, where's DC? Oh, it's twiddling its thumbs. Let's see here. Big DC Big also it says here.
Oh yeah, that means we can
with the timeline being broke now. Yeah, Venom isn't far behind. Well, Kevin Feige did say yesterday in that Rotten Tomatoes interview that anything is possible really when it comes to Venom.
You can have Tom Hardy's Venom meet Tom Holland.
Oh my God. So this is basically, this is how they're bringing everyone together. This is the plan.
It's basically Avengers Endgame, but the multiverse.
Jeez. That's like, so, I mean, we already know that Secret Invasion's happening.
Yeah.
So that means Secret Wars is going to happen. And I mean, it's all sorts of craziness. But all right, Andrew, I'm going to let you go, man. Thanks, man. I got more people to get to, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. All right. So finally, my co-host is here. About 20 minutes late, but he's here.
I'm so sorry, but oh my God.
That's a hell of a thing here. So obviously, a lot happened in the episode. What's your key takeaway?
Speechlessness. I don't know what to say.
It's good. Well, I'll tell you what. While you're thinking about that one, because I did open the call line up for other people to come on in while I was waiting for you. We can just keep the line coming through. We got Dark Beast here. What's up, Hank?
Hey, what'd you think of the great episode? I knew that shot of Loki in the throne room was just like the Hulk's shot from Wakanda for Infinity War. It was at least a fake out, so people would think he was behind everything.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I think that does make a lot of sense. Is that they were trolling people, but not in the Ralph Boner kind of way.
Yeah. Thus we don't speak of the boner.
I like the thing is I'm one of the few people that actually really enjoyed that. And
Guys, breaking news.
Loki season 2 confirmed?
No, they just announced Loki will be appearing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
No,
Hollywood Reporter just
No,
broke it.
Hollywood Reporter is saying that there is expecting.
Okay.
Expecting. I actually just brought that up on the screen. I'll bring it up again. But here, it's right here. It says Loki finale set the stage for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Hiddleston's Loki character is also expected to also appear. They should really get rid of one of those alsos in the next Doctor Strange, but Marvel has yet to confirm on whether or not that's happening. But who wrote the article here? Leslie Goldberg. I mean, so she's just she's a Hollywood Reporter writer. I mean, if it was Aaron Couch or Boris Kidd or something, I would be a lot more with it. But no, I think where we are right now is we can basically expect that there's going to be Loki's going to pop up. Yeah.
Can I just say, fucking Kang the Conqueror is in the show.
But that wasn't Kang.
That wasn't Kang.
That
was a variant of Kang. But at the very end, the statue.
Yeah, that's him
King the Conqueror.
That's him in his classic outfit. Yeah, definitely.
Now, why do you guys think Mobius and B-15 lost their memory?
I don't think that is the actual Mobius that we've witnessed. We know that Renslayer had a second top agent that she wouldn't let Mobius meet. I think that was the other Mobius that he ran into. That was a fake out for the season finale.
Okay, I mean, well, do we know that?
Yeah, we remember she said that he said that when am I going to get to meet that other special agent you have on the side? It's like, she was like always coy about it.
Oh, I mean, and she did go somewhere. We don't know where she went.
Plus all those extra coffee cup rings that he doesn't remember leaving.
Yeah. Well, Matt, did you stay until the very end?
I skimmed through the end credits and I didn't see anything.
The end credits announced that Loki will return in season 2.
Yeah, no, that's what people have told me. Yeah, that's when the Hollywood Reporter article is talking about that. And that's, I mean, the thing is, like, we had heard that they wanted to, but I mean, like, I didn't think they were going to sit there and expect it, like, and put it out like this right now. I wasn't expecting that to be the case, but they clearly know that with the success, I'm honestly telling you guys this, with the success of Black Widow, like, that amplified Loki. You know what I mean? Like, if you were ever upset about Captain Marvel getting slingshotted by the Endgame hype, those two, Black Widow and Loki, even though they're two parts of it, they are absolutely pushing the MCU forward in ways that we've never seen before.
Here's the thing: I never want to hear anybody complain about the show ever again, because this was the best finale out of any of the shows they've done. Easily.
People easily complain.
I don't understand. I don't could watch this show now and be like, "Nah, the show was shit." Like, you got to be out of your goddamn mind.
I knew Miss Minutes. I knew Miss Minutes was more sinister than we thought. Nobody could be that cute and adorable and not be somewhat.
Tara Strong could absolutely. And I did enjoy that she was kind of like, she's just like the henchman. I like that, or like the number 2, and everything. That kind of makes a lot of sense.
I don't know why, but Renslayer being a variant, like a teacher, I should have expected something like that, but I didn't. So that was a big reveal too.
Yeah, I think she was a principal actually, but I'm not sure yet. But God, what an episode! But I think what's going to end up happening is Loki season 2 will take care of the Kang issue, and he'll get banished to the quantum realm, and that's when we'll pick him up with him playing the helpful character. With
you know what this might have just set up, by the way. I think this just set up the next Avengers movie.
Probably.
Because Multiverse of War, that's Avengers 4, I guarantee.
No,
Avengers Forever.
Yeah, I mean, is that going to bring back Captain America? And there have been the rumors apparently that Chris Evans has been talking about coming back. I don't. But the thing is, it's like, with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, they got to stay out of it. I'm sorry, like they, let us have that ending. let it be whatever. But I mean, clearly, if the money ever starts to dry up, they'll make it work.
It would be hilarious if they bring Chris Evans back, but he cameos as the Human Torch from the other Fox.
Oh my god!
Fantastic
If
Four.
that would be amazing if they were able to do that. Now, I will say what I liked about this episode is I liked how contained it was. I like how I like how Jonathan Majors like really played the character as just being this like kind of very eccentric madman.
Oh yeah, because it was a king who's been like stuck in there for like all of time, all of existence, pretty much.
Well, and then also he's been alone too. He's been alone
With Miss Minutes, so which
with Miss Minutes.
Yeah, driving anyone crazy. Yeah.
So,
dude, the backstory scene where he explained like how this all started with like the scientists in the 31st century. That's straight from the comics, dude. Like that's oh my god, so much happened. I'm just like I said, that's why I'm speechless because like so much happened, so much got revealed. That's like set up for the next movies. This series, out of any of them, has set the stage for like the entire phase.
Well, here's my question though: how are they going to tie this into Fantastic Four? Because that's going to happen too.
Quantum Realm.
He's from the 31st century, so it's not like it. He's a distant relation of Reed Richards. So, also,
people are somehow very upset that Sylvie and Loki kissed. I'm like, you weren't expecting them to?
Like, are you kidding me?
No, people are saying it's gross, and they hope Sylvie and Loki don't get back together for the season 2. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I do like that it was basically Loki did prove that he can change, but Sylvie can't yet. She's not ready to trust yet.
Yeah, and that's good. That shows that like even though you kind of thought she was going to be the more trusting one, it was really him who became the more trusting one. And I think a lot of that had to do with Mobius and their relationship as well as the Lady Sif stuff. I like Batman Rocks here says, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield is definitely in Spider-Man 3. This episode confirms it. We are seeing the repercussions of what Sylvie did. No, clearly, I mean, I think at this point we can kind of tell.
Sylvie screwed up.
Oh, Sylvie done goofed. She done goofed hard, and she's going to be dealing with that stuff, and that's going to be very fascinating.
Do you think when she stabbed... I guess it's Kang. I mean, I don't know what else you would call him.
Nathaniel Richards.
Nathaniel Richards. Yeah,
he which remains. Or yeah,
I mean, come on, that's Nathaniel Richards. That's who he is. So
does that mean Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie will be cast to like be a black actor?
Oh my!
Like Jonathan Majors.
I mean,
it's the 31st century. He could have got some.
Anything could happen in a long time. I'm just saying, if they do that, which I like, if the casting is right, you know what I mean? Like, who would be a black actor to play Reed Richards? Who would be a good black actor to play Reed Richards?
Sadly, we lost.
I would have said Kingsley Ben-Adir, but he's the villain in Secret Invasion. He would have been a great Mr. Fantastic, but he's playing the villain in Secret Invasion, so I don't know.
And it's Chadwick Boseman.
Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick is pretty great.
Chadwick Boseman would have been great too, but he was Black Panther, and plus now he's passed. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that there. But all right, Hank, I'm gonna let you go, man. We gotta get on to more people.
Yep. See you, man.
See you. Thanks very much for coming on in, buddy. Appreciate that. All right. So coming up next, we've got Benji. How's it going, Benji?
Yo, man. How's it going?
Pretty good.
It was a good episode. That's what I'll say.
It was a great. Yeah, it was a great finale.
Series.
Now, do you think that Marvel and the reason why they readjusted everything, because I remember they shot, I think they shot Loki first, didn't they?
Yeah. I think what they originally said was Falcon Winter Soldier was supposed to go first, and then Loki, and then WandaVision, I think, was their original pitch, but then they had to switch it because of COVID and stuff. But I think that the way they did it, they shifted everything that they had because certain things were supposed to go in a certain order, but they changed it, and it makes more sense now why they did it, you know? Like, obviously, this had to be the last show out of the 3 because it's the biggest impact, you know? Had to introduce people into the shows and then be like, this is the one where they're like hit hard with it, you know? Now they're setting up Ant-Man the Wasp, which you're going to see the bad Kang, basically. This was the good Kang. Next is going to be the really bad Kang. He's going to be set up in Quantumania. And then, of course, he's probably going to be a bigger person, like a bigger villain in Fantastic Four and whatever comes next. I have a feeling he's going to be a huge part of Fantastic Four. There's no way that They're just gonna act like he doesn't exist. He's clearly the big baddie for a while until they get to Galactus or someone else like that. But
Doctor Doom, I think, is going to be another one that they're going to go for, because you can
100%.
kind of tell that they're kind of headed towards the Fantastic Four direction.
Yeah,
I think they maybe give like other people a bit of a break, but yeah, I agree with you. I think I think that was one of the biggest things about Thanos, right? Is like, you know, if you have a complaint about the key villain in the Phase 1, you know, all those 20 some fucking movies.
Yeah.
And obviously in the Infinity Saga, now we're getting into whatever they're going to call it, the Kang War, whatever it's going to, I don't know.
Yeah.
The multiverse of war.
it's
I
gonna be
think they're calling it the multiverse
saga.
of war. Yeah.
Well, I know it's
'cause-
really fascinating now, by the way. I think this is just a possibility. I think the What If show is going to have bigger ramifications for the MCU at large than we might have thought initially.
Yeah, that's what I think Shidoko had said, or Hank had said before
Well,
he got
because
here.
now that we have infinite universes, basically, these are all going to be different universes, and it will exist canonically in the universe. Marvel's
It's showing you the
always gonna be a
possibilities of the
universe.
timelines now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, my concern becomes like, are they going to be able to, like, they still have to maintain a specific timeline, you know, because people do like linear storytelling. And that's my complaint with like whatever DC was claiming they want to do, because nothing felt linear. It just felt like it was all part of the, you know, like it was just something for profit.
And
but here
it's
they're
going
like,
to get worse for DC too, because now they want to do the Flash thing and they want to reset stuff, but it's already so deep that there's no way, unless they restart like Marvel and they just do solo film, team film, solo film, they're not going to get to what they want to do. It's just going to get worse and worse with the Flashpoint and everything.
This is being hyperbolic, but DC is fucked after this finale. DC is fucked.
We have friends who might kill you for saying that. But yeah, no, it really is. I mean, you think about it like this, right? Is like, you know, when they announced Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness 2 years ago, right? At Comic-Con 2 years ago, roughly this week.
Yeah.
And, you know, and they announced it then. And then it's like, okay, well, they announced the multiverse and you're like, all right, well, I wonder how they're going to do it. They just dedicated 6 whole episodes and probably $100 million in order to get us to the point of watching. Because we all thought the multiverse started in episode 2.
Yeah.
You know, or well, no, last summer, 2 summers ago, it was Spider-Man Far From Home. You know, they mentioned the multiverse and then it was a fake out because they were faking you out.
Quentin,
yeah, to get there. And then they go and they say, okay, well now, you know, you've got like nothing, whatever. My brain kind of fried for a second. But then now, you know, episode 2 of the show, when Sylvie drops all those bombs and it sets off all those Nexus events, that they have to go in and like fix everything. So we thought that was the multiverse starting on June 16th. So 616. So like they faked us out even then. And then now we get the third fake out, which isn't a fake out. It's the real multiverse birth. And that's, you know, pretty freaking crazy. And I'm wondering if there's like any kind of numerical connection to like 714.
Yeah. Well, what I think is when it comes going back to the multiverse question you had and how it's going to be, how will it be not confusing? Obviously, there's going to be the single timeline that we're on with the movies and stuff, but occasionally with a what if and even some of the more wild theories like a Logan and a Captain America World War II film, they can just throw these out once in a while and be like, well, this is a different universe, you know, but they'll have the one we're on right now, which is the one universe, which is because it's all about perception. They talk about it in the show. For a while, we perceived the big bad as Thanos, but we didn't have a perception of all the other multiverses. I think we'll keep this one universe with the new Fantastic Four and X-Men and everything that comes out, but there's going to be other ones that they can jump into and do a movie or do a show. And I think that's what if is proving, is they're going to have things that spin off, but it's not going to be a part of the singular timeline that we're on, you know, the journey we're on.
Basically, everything is connected in some way. Even stuff in the 2000s or like other stuff. Like it's all connected now.
Yvonne here makes a great point, actually. So Kang is black. So Fantastic Four 2015 is canon since Johnny Storm is black and their father is black. Well, I mean, but Johnny Storm is
Reed Richards, though.
It's Reed Richards, and that was Miles Teller. Although he's black on the inside, he's just got no soul. But well, you make a great point there, Benji, about that. But what I think is eventually the timeline is the multiverses are going to be, kind of it's going to end up getting, closed off again, right? Like because they can't have it be open forever because then it just becomes too many options and then they can run into some problems. So eventually they're going to clamp it all. Isn't that what Battleworld is? I'm probably completely.
Well, here's the thing. This could be like the ultimate Endgame, no pun intended, where like the next Endgame is going to be Secret Wars, because that's like a multiversal war kind of thing.
Yeah. I would assume that they're going to do something similar to Secret Wars is going to be the next big thing, because clearly we heard like a year and a half ago the Russos talk about, they want to do another big movie, and we all kind of knew that they were meaning Secret Wars, so that's clearly gonna be the next one.
Yeah, I was being serious though. There actually is a comic called Avengers Forever, which is like kind of like a time travel thing that King's involved in. That could totally be the plot for like Avengers 4 if they wanted to.
Yeah.
No, and I'm sure they're gonna do something like that. I think what I'm kind of wondering about has to do with like how they're going to integrate. I can understand with Fantastic Four, the quantum realm. I get that. Now we're in the multiverse. That's how they can bring in Deadpool, because
X-Men.
Well, yeah, no, but look at the Deadpool, and we mentioned this earlier tonight. But look at the Deadpool Cord commercial from today. That wasn't by accident.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't by accident.
Well,
like they dropped it this morning.
Yeah, it's all
by accident.
Oh, you think they dropped this morning on purpose?
Yeah, well, and I also because I brought it up too before you got here, RJ, that Jonathan Majors dropped this the other day.
Yeah,
on
it's
Twitter.
Golden Apple Comics.
Yeah, so he's holding a Kang one, and this is like indicating filming of Quantumania, which is happening pretty soon. And then you've also got the Rotten Tomatoes interview with Kevin Feige, where he talks about Venom. They ask about Venom, and he's like, well, anything can happen. And that of course is happening the day before this big reveal. So obviously, when we're talking about this scenario, what we're seeing here is they've been dropping so many hints this week.
They're playing 5D chess right now.
They are like, and they're winning, and it's like everyone, because the thing is, they already said they're not going to be at SDCC. They don't have to be at SDCC at this point.
Do their own event.
Not even that. This is their event. This is absolutely their event. They drop multiple little pieces of information, and then they leave it to the audience to speculate and put together. But they also make it so you can basically figure out what's happening. I mean, the Deadpool thing today was amazing, and I really believe that is something that is truly intended to showcase that the multiverse, it happened, and Deadpool's going to come over.
Yeah. Well, like it's quite simple. I think we, as fans of Marvel, understand to a level what it's going to be. Of course, we can't pick out what the next movies and the next like storylines are, but we have an idea, of course, with the Black Widow ending, that's going to lead into Hawkeye and probably Thunderbolts. Like there's so much that we can guess, and they know that we know enough about the comics and the past Marvel projects that we can understand what they're going for. But they don't need to do San Diego Comic-Con anymore. They could do the DC Fandom. They literally could do one every year and release new content, and they're fine. Like they're using the shows. It's cool to see that they're using the shows now to bridge the gap between certain things. I think that's awesome. And also,
you're completely right.
What does this mean for, this is my theory too. Now that we know variants exist, and if you go into Disney Plus and they have the timeline, WandaVision happens after Loki. So my theory is that, Ralph Bohner is Quicksilver, but we didn't understand the variant theory before the show came out. So it's clearly a different version it's a variant of Quicksilver, but they couldn't confirm it because Loki didn't come out yet.
Well, I mean, that would make some sense.
I don't know if they were thinking that far ahead, but it's Marvel, so you never know.
Yeah, you never really know exactly on that one there. But I was asked to quickly drop the Discord link into the chat. Here's an updated one, so feel free to join in if you guys want. But yeah, so all right, Benji. Well, hey man, great talking to you. I hate to cut you off.
Okay.
No, because we can keep going. No, you're really insightful. I appreciate that. And definitely call back in again. Yeah. So we'll do this again for What If.
Yeah, totally.
All right, man. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later.
See ya. All right. So quickly here, Darkbeast says so the guy at the end of Loki is actually Mephisto.
Dude, like that's why I was so shocked. Like my jaw hit the floor. Cause like, okay, it's gonna be King Loki, another Loki variant. They're not gonna do Kang. Kang will be a post-credit scene. Nope.
Oh no,
Got
I will
Jonathan
fully admit I
Majors.
was wrong. I because like I was talking with Saggy, our friend Saggy, before I watched the episode, and I was trying to like find a frame I could make the thumbnail with, and I skipped ahead and I saw him, Jonathan Majors, and I went like, oh, son of a bitch. But like it didn't ruin any of the episode for me. I still thought it was fantastic. The whole thing was great. So all right. So Yvonne here asks, so all the Marvel movies prior to MCU can be part of the multiverse. Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Pretty much, yeah. It's all connected now.
So Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. I mean,
Oh, he's gonna show up at some point.
Doctor
Strange 2, I'm guaranteed.
I'm just because I keep hearing about the Illuminati. Now I did reach out to Mikey Sutton. I was like, I'm asking him if he's up, if he's up to try to get him to come on. He's not responding to me right now. He's probably watching the episode because he's a lot of information about like potential scoops of what's coming down the pipeline. But let's keep the party going.
Did you really tweet that, Matt?
Yes, I did. Eddie, what's going on, man? What are your thoughts on the episode?
Well, dude, it's like I told you in the DMs. Holy fuck! I mean, you can't describe it anything more than that. You know?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, and forgive me, I have a cover over me because I don't have a shirt on. So,
like there's an audio only option. I'm just saying, like be comfortable, be free, but just turn your camera off.
Yeah, I'm too lazy. I don't feel like it.
Anyway, no, I'm okay. Anyway. I get you, man. No, I think what we're looking at here is this is the start of something that is just wildly phenomenal. And
yeah,
I can't. I'm like, season 2 needs to like, come on, give us. What are you doing, Marvel?
I want season 2 right now.
What are you doing? Like, give us what we want. We want, because here's the thing. I'll tell you this: what I want. What I want above all else at this point in time, I want Mobius to get his fucking jet ski. That's what I want. All right, I want Mobius, some variant of Mobius. I want our Mobius to get a jet ski. That's what I want. I want,
You think that's gonna happen?
No, I don't know. I'm hoping down the road. But here's the thing with this one.
Hi, RJ, by the way. I didn't say hi.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That wasn't Matt. That was me.
That was him. Yeah. It said RJ said it. RJ said it. Now, here's a great thing. What about, Music Man said it too. But what about Thomas Jane or Ray Stevenson's Punisher? Look, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Tom Jane has wanted to come back to play Punisher for a long time.
He'll have to play an older version of him, though,
he would have to play, but what is this? What does this open up? Fucking Daredevil, right?
Oh my god! Yeah.
What if
about Affleck Daredevil? I don't know.
No, I'm talking about Charlie Cox Daredevil because there's been some rumors.
Oh yeah.
That like here's the thing. Look at what we know. Look at what we know about the Flash movie, right? When we saw the shots of Keaton and Ezra and Kersey on the steps, right? That wasn't Iris West from Barry's timeline. That's a different Iris West, right?
When he goes to meet Keaton.
Yeah. So if you go because you see her there, she wouldn't be going with him. That's not that Iris West. It's a different Iris West, right? Same actress, different character, or different version of that character in this version of Gotham or Star City or whatever. That is going to, so that is what they're going to probably end up doing here with like its potential that Charlie Cox will be Daredevil, but maybe not the Daredevil that we know.
A variant.
It'd be a variant of Daredevil, but still the same kind
It'll
of.
It'll be the MCU version of Daredevil, wouldn't it? Like the actual MCU version that we were gonna get in the future, since the Netflix shows are no longer,
Dude, what? One step. I look back at Iron Man 3, and it's been like 8 years, and I still think Iron Man 3 is awesome.
That's just a weird comparison.
It is a weird comparison. I don't get that, dude. I don't get that. Shane Black did a great job on that movie. $1 billion in the box office, so it wasn't that bad.
Can I bring this up because since we're talking about multiverse, we know obviously we know what's going to happen in Spider-Man No Way Home, But I want to touch upon a little bit of Spider-Man real quick on that, because there's a question that there's a concern that I actually have now that we're talking about this, and that's this. So I see, since we now have the term variant, I have a feeling that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, even though they're going to be the same from their respective movies, they're going to be variants. They're going to be considered variants of Peter Parker, and
well, kind of like Into the Spider-Verse was we're just variants now.
Right, but they didn't use the word variants until this show. Yeah. So my question is this. Because I read, it was with the interview with Alfred Molina, where, basically talking about how he's coming back, and they're saying like, well, it's going to be, they're gonna bring him back like moments after he is in the water, like right when he's about to drown. And
all those villains, they could be variants.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't know, because then why would they say that it's gonna be the same Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2?
Well, yeah. Now that we're looking at it through the lens of being a variant, that's going to be something. But I also want to posit that though, or kind of posit this. I guess you could say other kind of counter argument to that. And again, what I'm thinking about here is the average person, and I've mentioned this before, like the average person in Ohio that's not a comic book reader, that is just an average watcher. The thing with Feige is Feige is all about pleasing the audience first, and so he will. I don't want to say
keep things simple. Sometimes.
Simple. So I don't want to say dumb things down, because that's not right. But he definitely wants to keep things simple, and so by going too far, like I still feel that like the variant description, how they kind of explained it in episode 1, was not the clearest they could have explained it. It kind of gave you like a very simple overview, but it still leaves a few things that are kind of like, wait, what? Like, how does that kind of operate? Like, because Sylvie made a comment in this episode about how she was at the very beginning, about how she was pruned eons before Loki was born, indicating that she is old as hell. Right. But she's been able to stay a certain age for a long time because we didn't know how old she was. And they didn't, again, they dropped that line in there and they didn't expand upon it at all. So we have no idea. But then you talk about like, when we meet Kang, and Kang goes, hey, I'm an old man, much older than I look. I've been at this a long time. And he's from the 36th century. And now he's at the end of time. He's been doing this for forever,
For millennia.
Yeah. Well, no longer than that, like longer. We don't even know how many years, or because I'm sure at that point time has really kind of no meaning. At the end of time, he's got, he's just kind of there. And
Sylvie, but Sylvie was a little girl when we first saw her in a flashback when she was first taken. So I mean, I don't know if they explain maybe she grew up off screen since then and now she can't age any more than she is now.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, like, there's certain things I'd like to get some answers on, but at the same time, it's very ancillary, and it's not going to ruin my enjoyment of the show. But there are those lines of dialogue that I pick up on that I'm like, that's a little. I wonder what that means.
Yeah, because the question that I was going to get at, back to the harkening back to the Spider-Man thing, was because we mentioned variants, and it's like, okay, well, they could be variants of. But then, as for Andrew and Toby, are they going to be variants? Would they be variants too, or would they be variants? But they'll be like basically the same from their respective movies, but where we meet them now versus where we've seen them from their last installments. Because a lot of time has passed, if you think about it, since Spider-Man 3 to, let's say, the year 2021, hypothetically, if we're going to go by real time, right? And
I don't think
Toby's Peter would be in his early 40s, like Toby is. So could this still be the same Toby, the same Peter from those movies now, in present day?
What I think is going to happen is they are going to be variants of those villains, but they're going to be close enough and variant, like, because there are, like, I guess you could argue, I mean, for the Fox stuff, they own Fox now, so they own those versions of those characters. So there really wouldn't be any reason to give us variants of those characters. you know.
Yeah.
But
right,
because
but I mean, as far as the Spider-Man go, not just the villains.
yeah, well, I mean, Spider-Man, yeah, they're going to be older because they obviously are. I mean, look at Into the Spider-Verse. They kind of were laying it out for us in Into the Spider-Verse.
Right, but they'll be
And
the same from the movies where we last left them off.
well,
right?
or they could be some variant of them down the
does this
road.
mean the End of the Spider-Verse is now canon to the MCU?
I mean,
There's that too.
Sony may want that because they can lord that over. Like, oh, you guys might have won best costuming or whatever, but we won best animated film, bitches.
But I think because like you said, Marvel wants to please the audience, like not to like in a very simplistic way, and I feel like if they're gonna bring Toby and Andrew, I really think they should just keep them the same from where we last saw them, rather than just make them variants. Because if they just say they're variants and they explain it to a complicated where the general audience is going to get very confused, you're going to get a lot of pushback from that, especially those who've been wanting to see Toby and Andrew back for years now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is though, but those characters are owned by Sony. And
No, right. Sony's working with Marvel.
But Sony's working with Marvel in this one, and that's going to be they might be variants of those characters simply because of the rules of the intellectual property right law. I'm sure they're going to figure out a way to do it to make everyone happy. The key concept here, the core idea is to make the audience happy. If everyone's happy, like everyone seems to be very happy tonight, it's not going to be a problem. Everyone's going to be pretty cool on that one. But hey, man, I'm going to let you go because we got some more people to get to.
Yeah, I got to get some sleep anyway.
Yeah. So, but I appreciate you coming on. We'll talk again soon, all right, man?
I mean, peace. See you, RJ.
Thank you.
See you.
All right. Matt here said, yeah, because you're talking about like her being pruned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was a very confusing line.
That was a line. I was pruned before you were born. That's the kind of she might have said I was pruned from my timeline or pulled from her timeline. She may have and yeah, that was a weird line that might need to be brought.
Yeah, I wouldn't have used the word prune. I would have said I was like removed from my timeline or something.
That was the thing. There was a couple odd little lines in the episode that I don't quite know. I mean, I like at this point I feel like everything is intentional to an extent. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the episode. I'm about to rewatch all 6 episodes because it's great, and then go from there. Now, we got the next person up. We got Anthony.
Hello.
Did you put that on just to trigger the MCU stands, Anthony?
No. Listen. I'm a DC guy, but I like Marvel. Although my friends hate me for it, but it's what it is. I thought Loki episode was great. So it's a 10 out of 10, a masterpiece. I don't care what nobody says. I like, the Variant King. He was great. Jonathan Majors killed it. Fuck you, Warner Brothers, for canceling Lovecraft Country, because that was a great show. And they got nominated, 18 Emmys, something like that?
Yeah, I don't. Well, the thing is, Lovecraft Country was always meant. It's based on a book, and it's one book. And that's what it was meant to be based off of. So I understand why they kept it as a limited series.
Yeah.
But Misha Green is like, she kicked ass on that show. So it's like, if she wants to do more, let her do fucking more. Jesus. You know?
I love the show. It was great. Do you think Kevin Feige is going to reboot after Loki? You think Kevin Feige is going to reboot the Humans, or they're going to show up in Miss Marvel?
Oh, the Inhumans?
Yeah.
I'll say this, based on some stuff I've heard, there might be some references to them, but I wouldn't expect to see them get rebooted anytime soon.
Because I mean, he could reboot them after Doctor Strange and stuff like that.
Yeah, because apparently they're changing Miss Marvel's powers.
Oh, I'm like, damn it! I love Kevin, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm nervous about that show. I'm a little nervous.
You think that show's gonna do good? Because I know it's for kids and stuff like that.
It'll do good. I think it'll be okay, but the Phantom Menace is gonna hate it.
I mean, yeah, it's the
They're gonna hate that show at Tear It Apart. I guarantee it.
Well, I think it could be. They could do that. They probably will. Who the fuck?
Well,
am I
Captain
thinking
Marvel's making a cameo in Monica Rambeau, so you know. So I mean.
Well, wait. You mean in Captain Marvel 2, or what are you talking about?
For Miss Marvel.
Oh, have they confirmed that
those people saying I know. I think Miss Marvel. I think Captain Marvel's going to show up at the end of the show. But,
yeah. Well, they're going to tie it. I mean, I think Brie Larson is going to have a cameo in it. Yeah. Especially because they're trying to tie it into the Marvels. which is coming out what 2023 or 20.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, it's so weird to think 2023. It's just such a weird, it doesn't feel like it's halfway through 2021. But one of the things I did describe this quick screenshot here showcasing Kang the Conqueror in his outfit.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
And then putting it next to this, there's a reason why he showed that outfit.
That was best perfect. But wouldn't Kang be like CGI, like his whole entire face?
Oh, because it was purple face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he get damaged in Ant-Man 3.
Or
and then
another variant. Like another variant would look like that.
Yeah, probably a variant.
So I mean, yeah. Whoever the worst variant is now running the TVA, whatever timeline Loki now finds himself in, because he was clearly booted out of. Sylvie pushed him through the door, and it pushed him into another timeline. Now that's kind of weird how that happened.
Yeah.
But no, because she had Kang's bracer, right? She had his bracelet. Yeah. So that thing is like all powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know much about the characters. I'm actually asking. I don't,
Man, I thought we was gonna see Morbius with the jet ski at the end. I was like, God damn it, he didn't do that. Like, but
Season 2, man. Season 2.
Yes, please. I look like, man. Owen Wilson he's a great actor. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah. I was gonna mention. I don't know if anyone brought this up earlier. I might have just said too, but it's like late, so I might have forgot. But when Sylvie stabs the variant of Kang at the end of time, right? Do you think that caused Loki to enter a different timeline, and that's why they don't remember who he is?
I think it's a parallel timeline.
Like he entered a different timeline now, like that. Like the original timeline's been changed. Since it's not something entirely different, like a new one.
Yeah. Well, I think because when she had, because keep in mind, like that bracelet is like what controls. So she hit him with that bracelet. So she may not have known which timeline she sent him in. She thought she was maybe using a tent pad, but that thing is definitely like a tent pad on like fucking steroids.
Okay.
So she nailed him with that. So she sent him through some door somewhere. And
it might have been the same timeline.
It might have completely been a different thing. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's true. I know Sony is terrible at marketing at this stuff. You think the Spider-Man trailer is coming by the end of this month or next month?
I mean, they just wrapped production on it not that long ago. We're probably gonna get it. I would say, when does Venom 2 come out?
September.
October.
Then we're gonna get it in September.
Yes. No, but September's too late, man. Don't you think?
We'll get a teaser. We'll get a teaser probably in August. We'll get a teaser. We'll get the full trailer in. The full trailer in September.
I'm sorry,
because then you have September, October, November, December. That's still 4 months of marketing, and a lot of times, like they release a trailer, they'll do a teaser, trailer 1, trailer 2, final trailer. There you go.
Yeah, but then everybody's gonna call it, Trash Holland. Look at that, no Tobey Maguire, Andrew.
Well, if you listen to some people, the rumor is that the first trailer won't even show Andrew or Toby. You have to wait for the first full trailer to get that.
If you're trying to get everybody in the movie theaters in December to make like $1 billion in the box office, you're not going to show them in the first trailer, obviously.
No, you're not going to show them. The thing is, like, look, the last movie. Also, I got the image here. Loki will return in season 2. That's pretty cool.
That was perfect. I didn't notice that until my friend called.
Yeah, I missed it too. I was looking for like. I was looking for, because it's like when the Mandalorian season 2 ended, and there was that Boba Fett thing. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
right. It wasn't until I was watching the end credits and I saw Bib Fortuna pop up in the end credits, and I'm like, Bib Fortuna? Where the fuck was Bib Fortuna in this episode? And then I'm like, because it was before this thing aired. So I scrolled down and I'm like, wait, something's there. Hold on, let me go back and find it. So you got to be careful with this Marvel shit, because they like to get you. To get you quite a bit.
But Trash Point, aka the Flash movie, is gonna be trash. I'm sorry. I'm a DC fan, but it's trash. I love Andy. He's a great director. Like, when Warner Brothers forcing him to do a lot of stuff in the Flashpoint movie, it's gonna be terrible. I don't got no faith with Warner Brothers whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I think like Warner's is gonna Warner's has got to be like literally kind of pissing in the
Sweating
boots
bullets.
tonight. Yeah, they're like, man, everyone's like, man, the you know the
Yeah,
multiverse
imagine
and
watching
Loki.
Hermana watching the episode today. It's like, oh shit, we are fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I kind of expect there to be some kind of some kind of announcement tomorrow coming out of Warner's, maybe some leaked announcement or something like that. Who knows? Maybe because this is so popular and they're seeing how much it's blowing up on social media, they'll be like, "Hey everyone, Batfleck is back" or some shit like that.
No, they'll announce Batman Beyond movie
Oh
or
my
something
God.
crazy.
Oh God, with
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton and Barbara Gordon.
No, like actual Terry McGinnis, like something positive. That
Yeah,
fans like,
Terry, Terri.
Yeah, Terry.
God damn you, Matt.
No.
God damn you.
Right,
Nope.
right.
Did
Has like no one put that connection together? Because every time that joke, like every time someone says like
Beyond, yes, no,
like another Batman Beyond, like, oh yeah, no, Terry McGinnis, yeah, no, but a female, like Terri.
Yeah.
Also,
you think Tim Burton would be perfect? Oh,
What the hell is that?
I found this on Twitter earlier today. Somebody posted this on Twitter.
She looked like she's dead.
Well, I mean, that's Grace Randolph, so
God.
All things considered.
Well, she looked like a crackhead. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, okay. Johan here says our attention spans are too short for trailers to be released this soon. That isn't true at all. That isn't true at all.
That's not true.
Didn't they release it? The Shang-Chi trailer came out like what? Like the first one, I mean. No, the first one. The very first one.
2 months ago.
Yeah, it's like the movie doesn't come out till September.
4 months is pretty adequate for it's like one trailer a month, and as you get closer, then you start releasing TV spots, and they start doing all the press and all the interviews and things like that to build maximum hype. So a couple months out is not a big deal at all. Like
So is Hawkeye in the book of Boba Fett coming out in December or what?
That's the
book,
rumor. Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out.
God damn it. I want to watch.
Oh wait, fuck it. Hold on. Batman trailer. A Batman trailer could drop tomorrow.
No way.
They could drop. They could drop
Fandom,
a.
Matt.
They could no. They could drop a. Sorry, they'll drop a Batman teaser, and they'll say like coming 3
you mean with
months.
Robert Pattinson having sex with Zoe Kravitz?
I mean, like.
They released the full sex scene online.
Wouldn't you? I mean, I'd watch that in IMAX. I'm just saying. It's like, look, man. Have you seen Robert Pattinson in the Lighthouse? Man, I'm just the guy who's all right, fine.
I mean, he looked Jack in Tenet too.
No. Here's what they'll do. DC tomorrow, they're gonna announce a Booster Gold TV series for HBO Max about his time traveling adventures.
Oh, they'll give us a proper release date for Blue Beetle. It's I don't know. Look, here's the thing. It's like there's gonna be some retaliation from DC tomorrow. I think. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some retaliation.
If you garbage Toby Emmerich and trash Walter, they're gonna be like, okay, so we got Booster Gold, not by Kevin Smith. Nope. Let's announce Blue Beetle tomorrow.
Oh, did you catch the? Not to cut you off, Andy. Did you guys catch the opening of the show though, where they had like the voices and stuff?
Yeah, that was weird.
One of the voices was Greta Thunberg, and the Phantom Menace is very much Reen. I guarantee you.
Wait, why did they use Greta's voice?
No.
Because they were going through like time. They had Nelson Mandela, Greta. They had I think they had God, who else? I think they had FDR or something. I don't know. Like go watch watch the opening with the voices and turn on the closed captions.
Okay, you know what? Here, I got it. I got it right here. We'll check out the opening of it, and then I got to start winding this thing down because I got to get to bed. It's 2:00 in the morning. But let's. It's just the opening of it. It's fine. Disney's not going to come down and kill me over this thing.
But if Marvel took it down, that would be terrible.
No, it's we're just going to do the first couple seconds of it. So
yeah, it's turn on the closed captions.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me.
Disney Plus original.
Close subtitles English.
Wait, I mean, technically, Tony Stark could come back as an evil virgin.
Oh, I love that. The Toy Story wallpaper. Look at that. That's great.
Oh, they don't have that on mobile.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's give it a shot.
You weren't born to be king, Loki.
Oh,
you were
skip
born
that.
to cause pain.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
The Nexus event.
You trust me. Dog protecting me anyway?
Bro, that was cool that she was a high school teacher.
Yeah, that was. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, here we go.
That's the Captain America Endgame music, by the way.
Yep.
That's how you punish.
Nah, you wouldn't have heard
Oh,
it.
that gives me chills.
Dance off, bro. He's a friend from work.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know. I'll show you first.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
We have the whole record.
Jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Wanna come?
It's Korg.
Do Marvel pay those actors for them to do the voices? I'm always.
It's like
Oh,
there's Neil Armstrong.
there.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
There you go.
That's right up there. So, they
So it
use
was Neil Armstrong. Oh, and then you got
Greta.
Malala. You got Malala.
My feet.
For the right to experience speed.
Okay.
Yeah, Malcolm X.
What is grief if not love persevering?
Okay.
There's a lot of interesting things in there.
Yeah, there's a lot there to dissect. I still want to get
Yeah.
too busted on that. There's a lot there.
I expect an announcement from Warner Brothers announcing that George Clooney is coming back today.
Music Manager says that was Hugh Jackman in one of those. I didn't hear it.
Hugh Jackman.
I'll have to go and listen to it again.
I hope he come back as Wolverine, please. He was fantastic.
We'll have to wait.
Those 17 years as Wolverine is iconic.
Wait, hold on. Did it cut out?
What? That's true.
No. Min's like 3 book theater down in 3, 2, 1. I didn't show that much of it.
No, I think it's fine. I'm watching the stream right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good then. Because it's cut out. It's cut out before we're watching trailers. All right, but hey, Anthony, man, I'm gonna let you go so RJ and I can kind of wind this thing down. But I appreciate you stopping on by, man. Thank you very much. And we'll talk soon. Thank you. Yeah, Disney right there with the cease and desist.
They show up on your doorstep.
Yeah. They'll be like like the last time. Although Power Talk here is asking, what if they do a Teen Titans trailer tomorrow? Maybe they could do Titans.
That's actually confirmed.
There's a trailer for tomorrow?
Yeah, there's a trailer come out today. The Twitter account announced it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So there you go. That's how DC's going to counter Loki.
Oh, no.
Trailer.
Oh, that's what they're going to do. They're going to come back in there. Oh, you want to see a Titans season 3 trailer? Oh, lordy, lord. You know, like, oh my God. Give me Shrek 5. All right. Fuck it. Just give me Shrek 5.
Shrek 5, one of the new characters is voiced by Tom Hiddleston.
That would be funny. That would be great. Dark Beast is still on this Beastars thing.
Beastars is now canonical to the MCU.
No, it's not. It's not. They want me to watch it though. Evander says now imagine 3 Hulks. Well, the thing is, you're not going to get 3 Hulks because that's a different scenario entirely. Because Lou Ferrigno like recently came out and straight up was like, you know, he criticized the CG Hulk.
Man yells at clouds.
Yeah, he did. Eric Bana also came out recently and said, I don't want to come back.
He's like,
and
nope.
and Edward Norton is like, again, like, fuck y'all, I'm out. Because they kind of shat on him 10 years, you know, like a long time ago. And it was his own fault. It was absolutely his own fault. So no, I think the reason why Mark Ruffalo is going to be in She-Hulk is just they're keeping it there. But now that the multiverse is broken, or I should say it's busted wide open, how do you think this is going to impact, Hawkeye? Because, look at the ending of Black Widow, which I don't necessarily want to, 100% spoil right now because I don't know if everyone here has seen it.
It's hard to talk about Hawkeye, though, without mentioning that post-credit scene, though, you know?
Yeah, but, are they going to experience any of this kind of multiversal situation?
No, my guess is that some of the shows like Miss Marvel and Hawkeye, especially those two, they will feel definitely self-contained. They might have hints to the overall narrative for the ground level MCU stuff, but they will not connect to the multiverse stuff. I could be totally wrong though. I think they're just going to want to have some series that are self-contained, you know, because obviously Miss Marvel is going to lead into the Marvels. Hawkeye might lead into I don't know what Hawkeye could lead into. Actually, that's the one where it's like I really don't know
Well,
what that
that's
can connect to movie wise.
Thunderbolts, Young Avengers. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like
Oh yeah. Well, obviously,
dark Avengers even. You know
By
what
the
I mean?
by the way, real quick, one of the in the comics, Iron Lad, a prominent member of the Young Avengers, is a Kang variant.
Oh god.
That no, I'm serious. They find out.
No. I know.
Yeah.
I read it. I read about that tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, they find out like what King is all about. He's like, I don't want to become that, so he becomes a hero.
That's going to be fascinating to see what they do with whatever the hell is coming out in the pipeline in the next couple of years. I mean, remember 2 years ago when Endgame happened, everyone's like, Marvel is dead. Marvel is gone.
They're not gonna keep this up. It's like, oh, I don't care anymore. They're not gonna have anything interesting.
Yeah. It's like, and then you get through it and you're just like, nah, hey, how you like that multiverse? Oh, it's broken now. So get ready for some shit. Like to quote Sam Jackson in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts.
Shit has hit the fan.
So yeah, and then they'll say Hawkeye takes place a month before Spider-Man Far From Home. Something like that will happen, yeah.
Maybe.
Now Minmin here says, I think some shows and movies will not be affected by the multiverse. Well,
or if they are, it's going to be so subtle we don't really notice it first.
Well, here's the thing with that though, right? Look at Black Widow just on the whole. The whole of Black Widow is that it clearly is more self-contained. It's more grounded. I mean, although, well, to be fair, some stuff wasn't on the ground, but it's more grounded in regards to its approach. And Yelena Belova taking over that mantle is going to be something that is clearly going to be more of like a Jason Bourne, James Bond type situation.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
And then bringing in Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, again, it's going to keep it ground level heroes is what I'm thinking. They're going to have like Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're kind of like ground level heroes.
Mm.
You know,
I think you need that though. You need something to balance all the craziness.
Yeah, you have
something
to.
That's more relatable, more on the ground.
And to be fair, I actually prefer that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said on Twitter that I feel like Black Widow is very rewatchable. Not to say that Loki isn't rewatchable. It is. So is Falcon and Winter Soldier. So is WandaVision. But it's like, but just to have that kind of grounded aspect of it instead of always going out to the cosmic side of things or just crazy over the top shit, it's good to get self-contained kind of stories. So we'll have to wait and see how that thing goes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, honestly, like I said, we've been talking about this show for like 6 weeks now. It's like every single week I get more and more excited because Michael Waldron's working on Doctor Strange too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Think of it. We haven't even talked about that actually, so that's a good place to kind of wrap it up because it kind of ties it in. So I mean, Elizabeth Olsen said in her Emmy interview today that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be a horror movie.
Mm.
And if you look at the concept of what we just saw with that multiverse breaking open, that in the infinite possibilities and the infinitely worse version of Nathaniel Richards that's going to be coming down the pipeline, Kang the Conqueror, is going to be the horror that is coming, right? That is effectively what they're kind of talking about.
Yeah.
And then giving us everything else in the process. Michael Waldron, I mean, you have to give the guy credit. He laid the fucking groundwork to just kind of bring in, he's like, yeah, I'll do 6 episodes of Loki. That's not a problem. And lays the groundwork, breaks open the multiverse. And then you're like, yeah, now I'm going to go do the one movie that we know for 2 years is going to be in the multiverse. And who knows where that's going to go.
Yeah. At this point, that movie's going to be Avengers, like, what, 4.5 now? Or 3.5?
Something like that. No, 4.5. Because Endgame is Avengers 4, even though I don't know. I kind of view it like Avengers, 3 volume 1 and 3 volume 2, like Kill Bill. But now Ashura here makes a great point. Kang warned them and Sylvie took the bait.
Yeah, Sylvie
like 100%. Yeah, there's gonna be repercussions on that one, which is why at this point I don't think that maybe I'll be wrong. I think that relationship is doomed. And that's going to be the tragic kind of Greek ending for Loki, because now he's going to, if he's going to pop up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I don't see them doing Thor Love and Thunder without Loki popping up.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, they keep saying he's not in it, but I just don't believe that.
Yeah. Johan here asks, do I reckon that Black Widow is worth dropping for the premium fee? I mean, if you're gonna watch it multiple times, then yeah, obviously. But if you just want to go see it in theaters, go see it in theaters.
Depends on where you live. If going to the theater is too expensive, like it's more expensive than the $30 fee, and then just drop the $30 and watch it at home.
Yeah, my tickets cost me $9 because I have that Cinemark, Cinepass, whatever Movie Pass deal, whatever they have. Not Movie Pass. I had Movie Pass, but whatever their Cinemark movie club is like $9 a ticket. So
Yeah.
I mean that's completely doable. And honest to God, I'm telling you guys this. This is what we need to petition Marvel to do. Okay, we need to petition Marvel when they do Loki season 2 to put the first 2 episodes in IMAX, and then we all pay money to go see it in IMAX because I want to see this shit on the big screen. I do.
Oh, dude, that'd be fantastic. Maybe if they do like a Phase 4 marathon leading up to the next Avengers movie, they play the shows in IMAX.
I've been saying that for a long time. Like Game of Thrones, they should have had the first 2 episodes in IMAX, for a season. That would have brought out a lot of people. That would have generated a lot of income for Warner's and HBO and stuff. But that being said, because I do need to I'm starting to yawn. I gotta get to sleep. Look, the show took us on a wild ride for 6 episodes, and it maintained a level of quality that, it felt like a long movie, but that wasn't a bad thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, I thought the series was absolutely fantastic. It's hard to rank it because I enjoyed the last 2 series a lot as well, but I think this might be my favorite out of the 3.
This is my favorite out of the 3. I really enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier for what it was. My only complaint was I felt that the directing wasn't the best.
Yeah, my only complaint was the villain.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind the villain so much. I get what they were trying to do. I think Anthony Mackie got robbed for not having a Best Actor nomination for the Emmys, especially for that last thing. But then also the Don Cheadle, who I love, getting an Emmy nod, and even he's like, for what?
Yeah, he was confused.
Yeah, but then Isaiah Bradley, who just brought it in his parts, got snubbed. So it's all over the place. But I tell you this though, Matt Shakeman did a fantastic job with WandaVision. I think it created enough mystery and enough intrigue.
Yeah.
Despite
and now he's doing Star Trek.
And now he's doing Star Trek. Yeah, that's going to start. They're fast tracking that production too, by the way, for an early next 2022 filming. But that being said, really what it is these shows understand who their audience is. These shows understand how to tell stories, and these shows understand how to lay the groundwork for future things. The Falcon and Winter Soldier laid the groundwork for Captain America 4, which was announced the next day. What's going to be announced tomorrow? I know Loki season 2 is potentially that announcement, but what are we going to find out tomorrow in the aftermath of all this? Right? Wanda Vision, you know what? It showcased the ending of her dealing with what was the book? What was the Darkhold? The Darkhold book. And then that's clearly, and Doctor Strange was supposed to have a cameo. Benedict Cumberbatch signed the contracts to do it, but COVID prevented it. And so, we're going to start seeing something really building into that. And that's going to be just, insane crazy. So they have laid the groundwork for what's to come. And so that whole notion that Feige said about, no, you don't need to watch these things. No, you need to watch these things.
Yeah. At this point, yes, especially Loki.
Dark Beast here says, Kang needed an epic introduction song. It was Kang all along.
That with the cherry on top.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. But I just think
the question
that,
is though, Matt, now are you excited, even more excited for What If?
Oh no, I've always been excited for What If. Like anything I can get with Haley Atwell, I'm more than down for.
That is true.
I like Haley Atwell. That's been a thing for a while now.
I understand.
Her and I are the same age. I'm just saying, she's hot. She's dating Tom Cruise now, apparently, that motherfucker. But anyway. So, off on that little weird tangent.
Damn you, Tom Cruise.
Why wasn't I blessed with good looks and a love for Scientology? Anyway, I'm getting loopy because I'm getting real tired. But I'm excited for What If. I want to see what they bring to the table. Obviously, we'll do our post discussions on those. Maybe do more of the live streams because people seem to like them. And it's not going to be an hour long. They're going to be half hour, so it's going to be a little easier to get to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And but no, I think I think it's going to be like what they've established is the future, and that to me is awesome because I was a little bit concerned. You know, I'll be fair, I'm a big Marvel guy, but I was still like, where are you going with some of this? You know, like what are you doing? And now
you said like the biggest climax ever. It's like, wow, it's like the after party. Is the after party going to be just as fun?
I think so. I think they, you know, now that Feige is in full control, we are going to get some really cool stuff. And I hope that they kind of experiment with some different things. I'll be fair. Like, honestly, I didn't think MODOK was going to be that good. MODOK was amazing. I loved MODOK. Still no announcement on the season 2. Yeah, it's not Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not that. It's like the last remnant of the, you know, old Marvel television under Jeff Loeb. But like, you know, go into some of that stuff, experiment with some of that stuff. And I think that could be what the multiverse is. I think they might have a little bit of fun with it. And who knows? We could get some pretty spectacular things.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I said, I think the future of Marvel's looking brighter and brighter. And I think this episode puts to rest the arguments that, oh, the MCU's dying. It's the fall of the MCU. Yeah, no. It's back and it's stronger than ever at this point.
Yeah, and I also need to get my hands on the soundtrack because the soundtrack was wonderful and it had total Blade Runner vibes and I really dug it.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree. Score was great. Directing was great. Acting was great. The show deserves all the praise in the world.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it gets an Emmy next year. We'll have to wait and see if it gets nominated. It might not because it's too far out.
Yeah, that's the one sad thing when you're that far out. Sometimes you get forgotten a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? Hey, we can always go back and rewatch it and enjoy it. And obviously people will. So on that note, I do have to wrap this thing up. RJ, where can people find you, buddy?
Yeah, when I'm not arriving 20 minutes late to Matt's streams, you can follow me at Resonant Justice on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, and Twitch. And yeah, I'll be doing like another Loki discussion tomorrow on my channel if you guys want to talk about it more over there. So yeah, should be fun.
All right. Thank you very much to everyone else. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys want to do me a solid and leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe. And again, this has been a fantastic discussion. Loki, what a ride. Great time. And I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great night and peace out.